dating experience to where you're now like, eh?
It's a lot of pressure on black men, specifically dating black women. And I love black women. Social media and the culture has put a lot of pressure on us. This could be just based on environment. When I moved to Atlanta, you know, women here are very entitled. And listen, I'm not blaming anybody, so I don't want this to turn into
When you say entitled, though, what does entitled mean?
I'll say financially entitled. I feel extreme pressure. And I get hit on by white women, I get hit on by all kinds of women. But when I get hit on by black women, I immediately feel this entitlement of, I gotta pay for something.
Wow.
I gotta pay your rent. I gotta help you with your car note immediately within 2 weeks. Or I'm just saying what I've experienced. I'm not saying that's every woman. Nowadays, if I take somebody on a date,
$400
immediately, and I don't even drink. So if she drink, that's a couple hundred. If the hookah's 45,
dessert?
Lamb chops is 50, dessert. So by the time VIP
Valet.
park, valet, I was just getting ready to say valet. So we didn't spend $400 for me to see if you like me.
Say that again.
So it's like I'm spending. That's just the first date. You want to go out again. I didn't spend $1,000 on 3 dates just to see if you might call me back or maybe text me back. And then because you're a beautiful woman, if you don't like me, you can go get the next man to do the same thing.
You don't spend $1,000. You don't spend $1,000 within 3 days. That sounds like a you problem. Y'all dudes, y'all need to get a hold of yourselves, man. The game is what the game is, all right? The game is what the game is. You see it for what I see it as. I hope you see it for what you see it as. Everybody should see it for what they see it as. If you do not have your discernment in order, I keep telling y'all, you're gonna fall flat on your face. I've never went on a date and spent $300-400. Never. If I did, I just can't remember it, bro. I probably done came close. And I was with that person for a while. And I was really digging them, and they were digging me. But the simple things are what matters the most, you feel me? That's what matters the most to me. When you get your discernment in order, man, that will eliminate so many people that don't belong in your life. That will keep you from wasting your time, your energy, your resources, your money. But then y'all get up on these podcasts and y'all start complaining about how these 304s and how these chicken heads, how they playing you when you realistically played yourself. There should be no reason why you spend $1,000 within 3-4 days on a woman, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Because you're only 9 times out of 10 only gonna end up focusing on one. And that's if she's not using you for your bread. I'm talking about her loving you not only for your bread, but you as a person, you as an individual. And when you don't have your discernment and to play, it leaves room for you to get attacked each and every time. And then y'all expect for people like myself, fellas like myself, to feel sorry for y'all dude when y'all out here complaining about how dirty the game is. Bruh, the game ain't never had love for you, bruh. You make the best of what the game is, and then you sit your ass down somewhere. That's what you do. Even you got to sit down with 5 different people, do what you got to do as long as you sit down somewhere. The game and the streets ain't never have love for nobody. So I don't know why y'all expect for all these trophies and all these, all these people that got extreme values behind them to just come out the dating pool. It don't work like that all the time. Every now and then when you cash your ride out there, you might end up catching 1 out of maybe 10 or 12. You might luck up. But for the most part, everybody out here trying to figure it out. Everybody out here trying to get it in the best way they know how. And you gotta think, you're dealing with a bunch of dysfunctional people just like yourself. But if you don't know how to protect yourself with your own discernment, you're gonna always leave room again for you to get bust wide open. Not like that, but your mouth to get split open, you feel me? Y'all gotta start thinking, man, because this is not the time for us to be feeling sorry for y'all simps out here, just because y'all out here doing some goofy stuff that the real ones ain't never did before. It don't take all that. All it takes is a picnic basket, some bananas, some apples, or whatever the case may be. You can spend all that within like $100, bro. And walk down the road, figure something out. But you ain't gotta just take them to the restaurant each and every time and pay all this money just for somebody to like you. You're trying to buy somebody's happiness. You're trying to buy somebody's love. And this is where a lot of y'all mess up, because then when things don't work out, then y'all want to start getting angry, talking about they don't took all your bread, how you ain't got nothing else, and how they never love you. Focus on who like you. That's the best thing you can do, especially if you're a guy. Focus on who like you. That's probably the best results you're gonna get when it comes to dealing with women. Focus on who like you. Don't be out here chasing behind folks, chasing behind, you know, all these chicks out here who all they want to do is just lick. They just want a simple lick. Send you right on home just to move on to the next one, like you said.